Deborah. Hi, darling.
Hello.
Oh
Hello,
God,
how
it's
are
been so
you?
long. It's been so long since I've seen you.
I know it's been a few years actually. You look wonderful.
Oh my
Life is treating
goodness.
you well? Good, good.
We're
Oh,
good,
man.
my darling. I'm so pleased you came. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. My absolute pleasure. I need this type of energy around me right now. All the positive, all the love, all the healing. I need it right now. So happy
Excellent.
for that.
I'm
Mhm.
so glad you could join in. Lucy, darling, hello, welcome.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. You're a little soft. Let me see if it's my end. I'll turn my volume up a little
I
bit.
don't know.
There we go. Got you.
Hi, I'm just desperately trying to see you all. I seem to have I had to get a new computer. My other one died on me completely, and I've sort of got you off the top of the, doesn't matter, but I can see speaker view of the person who's speaking. But
Okay.
hi, everybody.
Technology, hey?
Oh, please. Technology and old age. That's what I
Yeah,
say.
yeah. I just think that all this technology that's coming, we're going to have this little thing beaming from our third eye in front of us, giving us a screen. So wherever we turn, the screen is there, you know. It just, yeah, it'll come. We don't have to have computers anymore. It will come.
Good.
Mhm. Yeah, no
Hi,
doubt.
Lisa. Not too early for you, I hope.
No, but I have a migraine, so I'll be off camera.
No problem. Hi, Michael. You're on too.
Hello,
Where are
just
you?
joined at Union Station
Are you going
on my
into
way
the
to
office?
work.
Are you on your
Yeah,
way to work? Okay,
yeah.
all right. Well, you know what? It is being recorded right from when I started greeting you. The recording is on. So there's a couple of people that obviously couldn't come today because time zones and various other things. They're going to watch a recording. So just to say thank you so much, whether you're here live or whether you're watching the recording, thank you for coming together. One final collective author group for this particular book, just us as a unit, so that we can make sure that when we now open up the floodgates of what you have written and the collective energy that you've gathered in this book, and that when it goes out on the 12th, that it does so with great intention to inspire and to give people hope and encourage them to connect with you and with the color mirror system. And because you know what we're offering is huge. So this is another little voice that we've added to the color mirror system to go out into the world, and hopefully, you know, it works. See, are you feeling excited about the launch? Michael's
Um,
not.
Yeah.
I'm feeling trepidatious about the launch. Just only because I think that in my case, I mean, I don't think I'm sort of your typical kind of, I don't really have anybody to promote it to, and it's all very much to do with a creative journey. So I'm, yeah, I'm quite nervous about the whole thing, really, because I'm not part of the business world, so I feel a little bit out on a limb. And I think part of the reason why I joined the whole thing was very much as a thing with Pippa and Lisa, and so we've had this huge upset of very precious people not being with us anymore. So yeah, so it sort of rocked me a bit.
Mm. Yeah, it has. And thank you for you know, you and Janice being part of that little inner circle, and Pippa, just that you're in this book and holding a collective energy for her and for all for Victoria and for Jennifer as well. I
Victoria.
wanted to be a part of the book. So, you know, thank God we did this.
Yeah.
Thank God they got their chapters in on time, and that it's there. You know, that's a blessing. And as to who to promote it to, family and friends, people you love, people
Yeah.
that love them, and that's who we encourage, and that's who we turn up for.
And have you got is
Mm,
Lisa's family
yes,
going to be doing something?
yes,
Is that going to be Floss? Will that, or will
yes.
all of it's Floss? Will it be Floss? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she
Okay.
just confirmed yesterday. Yeah. It was, you know, it's not an easy decision to make. And but I really wanted family to be there because last year the book was dedicated to Wayne, the Pearl book, the two years ago, and his family turned up, and they then got such a beautiful feeling from us honoring him, you know, having been such a lovely light in the system. So it just yeah, it just it just did something for the family, and I knew that they would get something out of it if they were to be here, but also just to witness how many people loved them and that this huge family was there for them, which I know happened at Lisa's funeral. It was huge, the numbers that turned out,
Huge.
and it was a very beautiful ceremony. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So yeah, we will be taking time to honor them. So let me go through the slides. I put it all written down so that, you can screenshot whichever one you want to take, or take a photograph of it if there's a specific slide that you're interested in remembering, but there's also a recording you can watch again. So let's go on without further ado, because everybody is so busy these days, hold on a minute. You need to just, I had some technical difficulties, and Amy and I checked it. It did work. So we're going to try this again.
Okay.
Right. Can you all see the screen there?
Yes.
Fabulous. So we have pre-launch authors meeting today. We're going to, first of all, just congratulate each and every one of you for now becoming an author. You're in print. You might not be launched yet, but you're in print. Your first book has been printed. I have a copy and Amy has a copy. The proofing process, because in this program, I promised I would show you each step of the way what the process was involved to getting into print. So I want to catch you up to just let you know how the proofing process unfolded. We're going to discuss the launch party, and we're going to have you show you how to order your first book to be with you on time for the launch. And then we're going to show you how you can order bulk author copies. We're going to show you some marketing material, promotion materials. We're going to chat about some ideas to promote the book once it's launched. And then I will let you know how you can find out more about the next phase, which is the publication on Kindle by Amy. We're going to have one quick slide. I'm going to show you the numerology of the book. And then we're going to reveal the cover which we will be doing at the launch of the 13 Angels book, which is just amazing as well. So the proofing process. Editing is an endless task after many, 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 many read-throughs by you, the authors, editing by myself and Deborah. You still find text and images that need tweaking, even up to where the proof copy happens. So I want to show you how we do this. I look at a specific author, like Lisa was the Black chapter, and then I put down the page and I ask Amy, and I give her a screenshot to say, you need to go here and fix this specific item. And I make it very, kind of very easy for her to find it. Things like where one word, it was hyphenated and carried over to the next page. We needed to fix that. There were a lot of those to do. So this is how we do it. We go which page the edit's on and we highlight it. This takes literally weeks to do, because what I do after Deborah's edited your stories and you've got it together is I fine tooth comb read through every single word, every comma, every hyphen, every piece of your text to find errors, and still I found even spelling mistakes or grammatical mistakes. So it just takes weeks and weeks to do that, and many times Amy and I have to redo the book. Whenever she changes the text or a sentence changes and a word's added, it could kick the whole thing out in how it's framed around your dragon egg, and she has to do a lot of work fixing that as well. We look at photographs as well. Michael had a photograph that had little yellow blotches, which I asked Amy to change. Pippa had a little dark mark on her photograph, which was we don't know what that was. It was just part of the photograph. Amy had to remove that. And in Janice's photograph, when it's in bigger print, when you look at it coming on a big screen, you notice that there was a plastic box in her photograph, which just diminished the whole, beautiful energy of a photograph. So Amy removed that. She did some magic there. I don't know how she did it, but she removed it. We noticed also that the eggs, the pointed bit on the white, which you won't notice white on white, but when you blow things up on screen, when you go through the proofing process, you will notice little errors like that. And by the way, that was Amy and I yesterday, and I was watching and we were talking about fixing the white egg, and it was done. So I hope this is interesting. This is just to let you know why proofing and rereading and going through every single word when you write your big book one day is so important, or you pay someone to do it for you, like you did me and this project. Now, you need to print a proof copy. On screen, the color can look good, but in print, it can vary between printing companies. We found this last year with the Pearl book, the hardcover and softcover printed by different people in America, and they change. So, for example, Michael on screen, you can see very clearly he's got the royal blue shirt, but in the proof copy, it almost goes grayish, blackish. It just disappears. Can you see there was the cover? We found this random piece of text on the cover of the book and was not seen on screen at all. Apparently, and Michael being in the printing industry said to me, you have to flatten images before you send it to the printer because all the layers that make up the screen, like the text and the image and the shading and the and special design has to be flattened. Otherwise, you might have a hidden little file in there, and the printing process makes them visible. And then, for this particular brand of book, is a series of books. There has to be consistency with the theme, the fonts, the placing of the messages. For example, if you look at the bottom there, the Pearl book, Inspiring Stories of Hope, and then in the Dragon book, Inspiring Stories, was very bolded. So Amy took the bold off so that it is consistent with the placement and the font usage of the series of books. Is this interesting? Are you guys okay? Have you got any questions?
No, that's a lot of work, Moira. That is a tremendous, tremendous amount of work.
Well, this is why this thing is a 2-year project. So,
Wow. I truly hope the authors, I could imagine the frustration they've paid into it with time, with energy, with money, and they're going, what's taking so long? But it is a task. It really is, because you found errors that I didn't catch when I sent to you. And yes, this is the process. It has to start there, and then you work through, and the print and the colors, amazing. It's a lot of work. So I congratulate you and authors. Your book is in amazing hands with an amazing publisher.
Thank you, Deborah. And thank God I'm OCD, because everything has to be perfect. But the thing is, when you're representing, we're not just representing ourselves, we're representing Melissa and color mirrors. And we can't put things out there that the colors are wrong, or that the information is not right, or the layout is not, because you want to be as professional and colorful and specific as possible. So I think if we were doing a book for ourselves, we might not be as pedantic about it, but there is a sense of responsibility that I have as the project creator to Melissa and the system to really honor that as best as I can. And each of the lovely souls that are part of this book that have, oh my God, when you read your stories, when you read one another's stories, you'll get it. You'll definitely get it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Deb.
Very well.
Okay, so that is the proofing process. Now let's have a chat about the launch party. Please register on the booking link that Amy created for us with Calendly to get your Zoom link. It's not going to, we're not going to be messaging it to you. You need to be on the booking link to get your Zoom link. And Amy also has programmed it so that it gives reminders to anybody else you send the link to that, hey, it's 1 week to go, it's 2 days to go, it's 1 hour to go. Here's your link, here's your link, here's your link. Because people forget and they lose emails, they lose the information. So Amy very kindly organized all of this for us. Thank you, Amy. Who are our guests? Our guests are going to be obviously you and any of your family and friends that you bring on board. Melissa is going to be there. Karani, who also helped with the last book's editing a little bit on this one, is going to be there as well. We're going to have, because we're honoring Jennifer, we are hopefully having her ex-husband, boyfriend at the time when she was passing, as well as her 2 sons. Maybe they're going to play hooky off school. Amy's still busy organizing that. For Victoria, we're going to have her sister Yulia there. Her husband, I don't know if he'll join us from Australia. But Yulia is going to read a statement or a little letter that she's combined from Ansul, her husband, and members of the family and herself on behalf of Victoria. So she'll be a special guest. For Lisa, we're going to have her daughter Flo or Florence. Is going to be there, and she said some other family members might join in as well. And then, of course, we're going to have Rachel Elnor, who is our, our celebrity dragon, and she will conclude the session for us. So those are kind of some of the special guests that we're going to have. If I've missed anybody out, I apologize, but I know those are the ones we definitely will highlight when we begin the process. Speaking and timing, this is literally the reason I'm having this meeting today. Very, very important. There will be an updated launch schedule sent to you with a PDF. I'm probably going to be able to send it to you today because I think we have almost all the information we need. And that will tell you who's speaking in what order and how many minutes have been allocated. If we were launching one book with one author, we would have an hour, no problem, and we'd have lots we could do in that hour. But because we're so many authors and so many participants, we've had to allocate timing to everybody to fit everybody in. We don't want to bore our audience and our guests at the event by having them have to stay on for hours, because literally we could run into that. I found with a Pearl book, it did go too far over and people were a little bit, fatigued by the end of it. So we want to keep it sharp and short. We're going to try in an hour. I know it's going to be longer than an hour. But if we can at least with our contribution and speaking minutes stay on time, we should be able to keep it together. So in the 1 hour launch, we've given 3 minutes per author, 2 minutes to, other special things like, Deborah and Amy speaking about the process of the book. And also 3 minutes is going to the families of the authors speaking. And the person we've had to give the longest session to literally has been Rachel Elnor, because she is the celebrity. She didn't charge us to do the foreword, which she's a very expensive person to get on board. Practice your presentation reading with your stopwatch. So select the piece you want to get, print it out so it's nice and big so you can read it very easily. So you can have it literally in front of you when you read, or just below the camera so you can see it clearly, and practice with a stopwatch. Make sure that you come in at 3 minutes, because after your 3 minutes, we're going to do a draw and we're going to give your prize to somebody. So that will be added to that 3 minutes. Please make sure you switch off any mail notifications, Facebook notifications, any other apps or files you've got running in the background. You don't want to, when you're speaking, to have ping, 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 all these notification noises going off. You want to keep it nice and professional. It's like when I'm live with you now, my mail, where my emails come in, I've totally closed the app off so that notifications are not heard. Wear your color on the day. So possibly your outfit that you wore for your photograph, please wear your color for the day. So that really just becomes an added little bonus for the viewers and the people coming. Have your spritzer dragon ready for a minute of silence. So right in the beginning, after I read the introduction, we're going to do a minute silence for Jennifer, Victoria, and for Lisa. And I'm going to ask you with the dragon authors to spritz your color dragon and send it towards this minute of silence, the space in honoring those 3 beautiful people. Thank you so much for offering prizes to hand out to our guests. I'm just waiting. I think Janice and Jung Lim are the only ones who haven't said what prize they're going to give. If you're stuck for it, please just don't worry about it. You don't have to. It was just if you felt like giving out a prize. Most of you are doing like a book. Some of you are doing gift sessions or whatever you've got going. So thank you so much for that. And please have a glass of bubbly for a toast. Even if you don't drink alcohol, just have a little champagne glass or wine glass, a little bit of water in it. So we can just do a little toast at the end. You would if we were in a room all gathering for a book launch party, there would be a toast. So we want to just make sure we do that online as well. And please remember to share the link and the invitation to your family or friends. You don't assume that they wouldn't be interested. Just say to them, look, I've written this chapter in the book and you're very welcome to come join and see what it's about. And obviously, if you're in a business and you have a client list, you want to be doing that, share it on social media. Any questions about the launch?
Yes, Moira. With my 3 minutes, what I was hoping to do, because I'm trying to show my creativity, which resulted from the story, I wanted ideally to do a 3-minute video of just parts of my house which are just so full of my work, so that it would be more of a visual thing with a voiceover.
I wouldn't be able to put a video in on this, Lucy.
You wouldn't be able to.
No,
No.
and it technically,
Okay.
but the other thing is this is about you and the book.
Okay.
You'll take the focus off dragons into your personal space.
Okay.
Even though it's your artistic endeavors that you want to showcase, it would take it off the theme of the book.
Okay, so
Does that make sense?
well, it does. It does. I'll just have to rethink it then.
Yeah. But I mean, definitely speak about it. And if you have one or two of your art with you, especially the painting in the book that features in your photograph, hold it up. Please have it ready to hold up. Because you will be in speaker view and you'll be in full screen. So you will be able to hold up something next to you or actually put in front of you. Especially, as you were writing your chapter, the dragon changed colors in that painting. And that's a story in itself. Yeah, that was an evolution. I mean, yeah, it was a story, and I think that could be feel into that and feel if you want to share that story, that would be amazing.
Okay,
yeah,
that's fine.
And I mean, you're so welcome to also say, and as part of your presentation, that you rent your place out in spaces, and it's artistic and creative, and you're so welcome to sell that part of your business, because that is your business, is to to have it's Airbnb, I think, or.
Yeah, I do Airbnb and I do.
That's right. So, but yeah, please promote that. So come into the space where there's other dragon paintings and other creative parts. And yeah, you're so welcome to say that. Yeah.
That's fine. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? Are we okay? All right. Questions from anybody watching the recording, please, go and put it into our group or send me a message. But the important thing here is that 3 minutes. Please time your talk. Okay. Order your first book. Order a copy on local Amazon. It will be the soft cover. Search for it under 12 Dragons of Wisdom, Moira Bush. If you just put the title of the book and the publisher's name, which is mine, it will just pop up for you and it will look like that. Okay. Amy and I are just waiting for Amazon to approve the final edited version. We loaded early. She loaded early this morning, where you can still see on this cover book, it's still got the bold on the subtitles. The new book will have that altered, so that's how you will know. I will send a quick message out to everybody saying, go order your book. It's live and ready. Okay. So it will be on amazon.australia.ca.com.co.uk. It will be on all of those. That is what it comes up with. It says it's $32.10. And they told me delivery. I just did this an example for you to see the price comes up, and they gave you 2-day Prime delivery. So if you're not on Prime, you want to order it fast because you want to get it in as soon as you can. And I'm going to explain lots more about how to order and how the prices and everything work as we go on the slides. But is there any questions at this point?
So this can be ordered in England on Amazon, and obviously the price will then, I believe, will probably be in pounds.
Yes, and I will show you little examples of the currency and the taxes and how it varies between countries as we go on to the next slides. Yeah, but Amy's loaded it that you can order it at your local kind of Amazon. It will be printed by somebody in the UK. So you won't get the same printed copy that we would possibly get in Canada or America. Bulk author copies. This is now the Kindle order. What I showed you there was just the kind of a retail order, you as a client buying a book on Amazon. The reason you have to buy your proof copy, or not proof, your first copy for the launch, is because you can get quick delivery. If we were to order author copies and bulk them, it can take up to a month to deliver. You will not have it on time for the launch. So just order that one copy, and then if you want bulk copies, I suggest that you consider doing a bulk author copy, which I do directly on Kindle on your behalf. And I'm going to explain how that works, okay? So this is the Kindle slide. This is what it looks like for the soft cover. We don't yet have the hardcover launch. So everything I'm going to be explaining to you here is just pertinent to the soft cover, okay? I don't have pricing or anything for the hardcover yet. Until it's loaded, we don't know what Amazon printing is going to charge us. But we know for soft cover because it's live. So there I put in an order of 10. That is the minimum order you can put in for bulk order. I cannot do 1 because it's a hell of a process and admin on my side to get this done for you. So I would like you to order 10 or more at a time. So you will notice here that it says select a marketplace of your order. For author orders, I cannot order on .co.uk.ca, none of those places, only on Amazon.com will they do author bulk copies. Therefore, it is subject to being US currency and it's subject to the financial systems there. So it gets a little bit convoluted, but I'll try and explain it to you a little further. You will notice that they say there that it will be, once I say, okay, yes, I want these 10 books, they come back and say, okay, it's $8 for delivery, which is not true. I'll tell you that in a minute as well, but they're estimating $8 delivery, starting delivery on the 27th to the January 2nd. You see how long you have to wait? It will come after Christmas, okay? So 27 plus days to deliver. There's no Prime services next day delivery or 2-day delivery from Amazon.com on my account. And you'll see that the total comes in US dollars. So this example will show you how that works. Now what happens when I want to actually order these 10 copies? This is what happens. So remember, I put in the minimum quantity 10. It comes in US dollars. And they check me out of Kindle and they automatically send me to my Amazon, divert me to my Amazon.com account where the charges appear, other charges appear. So for example, you'll see there that the 10 that I put in, it comes to US dollars 172. It's not 153.20 because they add other charges. And this is to a US delivery address. If I was to order 10 and ship them to Lisa in California, this is what they would charge actually. Prices will also depend on the country you ship to from the USA. Remember, these author copies are made in America, so they get sent from America, so the post changes. So let's say I want to ship those 10 items to Lucy in the UK. The prices vary. Can you see now it's 186 US dollars because the shipping and handling between the US and the UK is different. Obviously, it's further to go to post in the UK, and also taxes change. All right. The way the taxes are calculated changes. So you can see just by this example that I cannot just come and say to you, if you order 10, it's going to cost you this much. I can't until you tell me how many you want to order and you give me your address and I'll pop it in the system and we get to a figure and I can give that to you. But I cannot just charge you this because the money is coming through my business. So please note this little bit of information as well. But before I go on, are you okay with this example? Are there any questions?
Can I just maybe clarify something, Moira? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. The example that we showed where the book price was $32.10 Canadian dollars, that was through the consumer
Yes.
Amazon
Yes.
if you went on to purchase it, right?
That's a client. Yeah. That's you buying a book on Amazon, full stop.
Yes. Moira is the one who is the publisher of this particular book. Therefore, any author copies need to be ordered by Moira herself through her back end.
The
So that's
Kindle.
what she's showing you right now. It's not that Lucy or Lisa or anybody could go in and order author copies on their own. It has to go through Moira's account, if that makes sense. Okay. I also wanted to point out that the pricing for the retail book, the 32.10, is determined by the page count and the markup that Amazon wants from our book. We did not add any other additional money to this book. It is strictly cost.
Yeah.
We don't want people to have to pay any extra. We're not making any
Royalties.
royalties off of this book because we want people to be able to afford to purchase it and maybe gift it to a women's shelter or gift it to a hospital or gift it to a local business where there people need to wait. We did this with the Pearls book, and we're going to do it with the Angels book. We're just putting it up for cost. No money is being made.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
uh,
in fact, I have costs to run this project and to and fees and all of that gets in that I just absorb into my business. I've made sure that it is just root cost price that goes out to goes to get this book out into the world. Yeah. Thank you,
yes.
Amy, for clarifying.
And just one more thing,
Mhm.
if you search 12 Dragons of Wisdom, Moira Bush, right now, you will see it come up live in your Amazon. So it's showing up in .com, .ca, .co, UK, whatever that one is. It just give us another 12 hours because since uploading it and making it live a couple days ago, we noticed a change that needed to be made. So we've re-uploaded the manuscript and the cover, and we're just waiting to hear back from Amazon. So you'll see it live now, but just wait for Moira's go ahead before you actually order it because you'll get the one that's got the little gremlin on the cover and the bold, and it won't be perfect. So if you can just wait for that.
And the white egg chopped off at the top, ready for breakfast.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Thanks,
Okay.
Moira.
No, I'm glad you're repeating all of it and clarifying it because, it's good to hear it from two people because, that is how we get the information to stick in our heads. All right, so let's move on now. Let's do comparison quantity. So you may be thinking, okay, what if I order more than 10 copies? Will it be cheaper for me to buy the book? So I just wanted to show you what that looks like using our US postal order for 10 people if I was shipping to Lisa in California. So if I was doing 10 copies, right, you would be looking at $24.64 book. If we did 20 copies, $24.41 per book. It only drops a few cents. If you did 30 copies, same thing. It only drops a few cents. What I suggest you do is do 10 copies at a time. Mostly, 20 would work as well for the soft cover. Hardcover, don't order more than 10 because the box that it comes in, they're very flimsy with Amazon. They've also cut down on the material costs, so the books tend to come a little bit dented. We had that problem with the let me show you with the Pearl book. You'll see there's a little dented corner. Let me just bring it up on screen and see if you can see it there. There's a little dented corner there. Can you see that? So that happens because the books are heavy. So the heavier the parcel, the more damage the books can get. So for hardcover, definitely, I would recommend 10 because 10 fits nicely in the size specific printing box that they have. So that's just a little tip I want to give you for ordering. Soft cover, not so much. The soft cover doesn't have those corners that can get damaged. So you can go and order 20, 30 of them if you want. Okay. Are we okay with that? All right. I just want to clarify that ordering more doesn't really reduce the price that much. Now, is it still worth getting author copies or should I just get a whole bunch retail and sell them on? Let me explain how that would work. So first of all, because the price varies in the different bulk quantities and the countries and the delivery fees and the currency exchange and all the taxes and things, please check with Moira your order cost. So when you are ready to do a bulk author cost, just say, Moira, I want to order 10. How much is it going to be? I'll figure it out. I'll let you know. And once we have the details and you've paid, we're going to place your order for delivery to your address, keeping in mind it's going to take longer. Okay. Now let's do an example, a price comparison, just so that you know why bulk author copies are actually recommended for you if you're not in a hurry to get some books. So we're going to use to stick with the same example I've given you. Paperback, US author, books is $246.40 for 10. I will add bank PayPal fees and my 13% tax, which comes to approximately $286. So I will not be invoicing you $246.40. I have to add on because I'm going to be taxed on any income I get in, because this would be considered a sale in my business. As a sole proprietor, I'm also taxed an extra 20%, which I'm not putting on there. I'm absorbing that into my business for this project. Okay. So that's why I say you have to tell me how many you want, and I will let you know exactly what the final price is. So for at this point, Lisa, if you were to order and have delivered in the UK in the 10 books, it would be $286. Okay, from Lisa in California. Now, let's say you want to just be somebody. Lisa wants to just buy a book off Amazon.com as a customer, not as an author, as a customer. That's the difference here at the retail price. The retail comparison for the paperback is your author is going to cost you $28.60 a book. Okay, your US retail is going to be $48.13 a book if you don't have Prime. You would take out the $9.78 that appears in the CAD, because I pay in CAD. You would have any shipping taken off if you got Prime, and it would reduce the price somewhat. But this gives us a margin. If you were to buy author copies at $28.60, and your clients could be buying this book at $48 or maybe $40 if the thing comes off, you are sitting with quite a wide margin to take your author books, add a price to it, and earn some money that will go towards the fee you paid for the project. So that is what I recommend author books for, is that you can maybe do a promotion where you sell it at cost, $28 at an event. You want to give it out as a prize or a gift. But if you want to earn some money, put on $10, $20 to it, and you can earn some money. And as many books as you're able to sell, that money goes towards covering your contribution to this, to being a part of this project. Is that useful information?
It's clear, very clear.
You got it? You understand it? Okay, all right. So I do recommend you do author copies, my darlings, because you can make some money. I know it's a bit of a schlep for us to work and get the order together and transfer money from your bank to my bank, and and PayPal fees get involved and all these things happen. But in the end, it just is going to help you make some money, and it's going to give you a price margin where you can sell your books. I often sell my my Pearl book at events. Yeah. And I only do hard copies, by the way. I only do hard copies. I sell it at events for all that. So I tell them, you're not going to pay $38, you're going to pay $25 for the book. So I would give them a special price, and I have a couple of these on my table when I do events and speaker gigs, and people buy them. That's why I keep a bit of stock. I'm actually down now. That's my last hardcover I have. I sold about 20 hardcovers over the last year at different events. Now, the other comparison I wanted to share with you is the Pearl paperback retails on Amazon.ca in Canada for $25.70. The Dragon paperback, as you saw earlier when I showed you, I bought a copy, $32.10. And that is because, as Amy explained earlier, the Pearl paperback has far less pages than the Dragon book. So the Dragon paperback is more because it has more pages. Okay, so hopefully you've got that. Okay, marketing and promotional materials. Okay, just before I carry on with this, just to double checking, are you happy with the prices and the process to do with me if you want author copies? And you know that as soon as we give you the go ahead, you can go and order your launch copy, your paperback launch copy. Are we okay with that? Okay, cool. Right. Now we're going to talk marketing materials. Okay. I have made an image for my Facebook banner. You might have seen it. I've put it up on my Moira Bush Facebook account, and I've got all your lovely faces up there celebrating this launch. And I have also created one for each one of you. I've just used Elaine's one because green is the middle, the balance, right? So I've brought up the balance color for us here. So I've made one. It is sized to be able to put on. You don't have to resize it. It will fit if you load it up on your computer or your iPad. I don't know about the phone, but you will definitely see it lines up perfectly into the space that Facebook allocates and the size they allow you to put up a banner. So, but if you have any difficulty loading it or something's not working, please come back to me and I'll see if I can help you. I will be sending this out to you later today as well. So you will get a copy of this. It's an image file, JPEG. So it's like a photograph. It's very easy to work with and get onto your Facebook banner. But please, you don't have to go change your Facebook banner. You all have your own business and your own things you promote. But, it might just be nice for while we're launching and maybe, the month of the launch to have it up and then take it down at some point. There's another example here, and this is for Jung Lim. Now she's watching the recording. It's like middle of the night in Korea right now. So Jung Lim, just a special message for you. I can send it to you blank so that you can take Korean text and your own words you want to put up, and you just tell me which bits you want me to take out and which bits you want to put blank and have Korean language, so you can put it on your Facebook or social media. Do you like this?
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay, cool. So I've done it all for you. This is what I've been working on for the last week in between working with Amy. Okay, so we also have some generic images for Facebook social media posts. I've sized them that they would also work for Instagram. But these posts are generic images so that we send a collective same design and we keep to the design of the book messages out there. So remember I said, please don't use your photographs till we go live. This is why you wanted to have the photographs in the book and the photographs in your marketing materials as fresh new images. Okay. So I'm using Irene as an example. So you will have a banner like this that has a quote from the book in there and celebrating her and in as an author. I will have a second one, which we're doing the egg and promoting a quote that is in the egg in the book. And then another, can you see why we wanted different photos from you too? So here we have a banner celebrating the element linked to the dragon chapter and author. So, and then we have another one which is going to promote color mirrors and another one which can promote your fellow authors. So you're going to have these 5 generic posts sent to you also later today or first thing in the morning. I'm not quite sure. I've got a few appointments this afternoon, but I'll try because I have to do a couple of tweaks. You can see on this one, it still shows the inspiring storage of courage in bold, and I want to replace that and make sure I get the adjusted print. Adjusted new copy that Amy just finished this morning onto your promo materials. If you're the red, because it's this is Irene's chapter, I put a red frame around, so each color you'll have a frame to highlight that this is you as part of this collective book. So these are the images that you can then use to promote your message, and all you're going to do is pop them on your social media posts every now and again, put them up, say, hey, I'm so excited to be part of this book, and this dragon bottle is amazing, it does this and that, and just get some information out there. Are you okay with these banners? Are they good enough?
Yeah, it's really good work. That's done with you and Amy. Amy.
I create these marketing materials. I don't pay Amy enough to have to do this as well.
Really, really good work.
Amy over delivers already, so I won't dare ask her to do more work. So I do these. I did them for the Pearl for the Pearl authors last year as well, and it worked really well. It got a lot of attention. Yeah.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, really. A lot has gone into this. You've done a lot of work on behalf of the authors to help them with the business side of it for promoting it. And I truly hope that they see that it makes this process easy, less stressful, excuse me, brings the anxiety down of you have it there, you don't have to worry about it. All you have to do is talk to your family and friends about it.
Yeah.
So
And put the images out on social media, on emails to people, because they're photographs. Save them as JPEG files, so they're easy to attach to things. Yeah.
I think all this material is absolutely fabulous. Thank you.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
See now, I hope some of the panic's gone. Lucy, you just have to put an image out there and go, hey, this is me. And let the image
Yeah.
talking.
I hope Lucy feels a lot more relaxed now seeing this, that a lot of work at the back end has been done to help with the promoting of the book. So,
Yes, no, absolutely. I've just got to do my 3 minutes now.
Yeah.
yeah,
You just have to do your 3 minutes. There you go. You got it. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, God, okay. All right. But please remember, you need to stay active on posts. Facebook's algorithms, social media algorithms are dead. And the only way they're energized and they move is if you say something. So, for example, Lisa Charmaine, my darling, you put up a post in the Dragon group this morning and on your Lisa's Healing Tree group. And I commented on them and went, wow, Lisa's amazing. This chapter is going to help people. So, as co-authors, as part of the project, as a collective work, when you see those posts pop up, go on them and say, I'm so glad to be a part of this book project with you. You just kind of make a little comment or even just a heart emoji or something. And that activity on the post is actually what it makes Facebook bring it back up into the feeds, up to the top of the feeds. Okay. So if you don't do this, they're just dead in the water. You might as well not do it. I hope that makes sense. Now we're going to look at ideas to promote the book. When you get your book, take photos of you with your book, celebrate you becoming an author. My goodness, you have a book in your hands. Add a story. What was your family's reactions? How do you feel about it? What can the reader gain by reading it? You kind of want to put a little bit of story to it, personalize it. Don't just put just the banner up or just the photo up and go, oh my God, I have a book. I'm an author. Oh my God, it's so amazing. I'm normally an artist. I paint. Writing is new to me, or whatever your story is. People love having that little personal touch to it. So Michael was here the weekend and the proof copy had arrived. So I said, Michael, I need a photo of you. So he had on a brown top and I made him stand by the barn doors. Not that he's the brown chapter, but just as an example to show you, spontaneously just take photographs and put it out there. Donate a book and take a photo of you doing so. So when you have a copy of the book, specifically the author copies that don't cost as much money, donate it somewhere and take a photo of you doing it. So last year in the Pearl book, Catherine Bork, who was the Red Pearl, donated to a library and made a post. Sherry Bros went to a charity and donated a book where there's a reception and counseling services offered, and took a photo. And even we honored Wayne in the book, who dedicated the Pearl book to him because he was such a special presence on the Pearl workshop. And his mother was invited to the launch, and she took a copy of the book and donated it with Wayne's book to a library. So, these are things that keep the conversation about the book going. Think about who your contacts are with influence, followers, shows, podcasts. Approach and ask them if they're willing to help share the book. So Lucy, in your case, you don't have anybody that you in business or links or networks. Ask people who do, and would they be willing to share the fact that there's this lovely book out there? Because it's not just about you. It's about the messages and the wisdom in the book that goes out. And I will come back to you next year and we will do another season of the Color Chat show, which I did with the Pearl authors. And we can just one author at a time in one session at a time, talk about your book. What was it like to write it? How has it been for you being an author, or maybe second or third time author, but being part of a book, showcasing color mirrors, kind of just very questions, that are very, very simple. You don't have to do it, but I will offer it, and we will work in sequence in color. We'll start with Lisa with the black chapter. You want to create a Facebook group for your readers, maybe. That could be just a private group, it could be a public group. In there, offer dragon meditation, have some meetings in there where you do readings of your book, or you maybe just say to people, pick number 1 to 12, and they randomly pick a number, and you can do them a little reading on the dragon color. I mean, there's so many little things you can do to engage people with the book and to engage them in your work if that is your interest. Are there any other ideas? And for those watching the recording, you're going to have to just type it up and put it in the group that you have for promoting. Okay, not off the bat, but if you find them, let me know, okay?
Moira, I did have much more luck sending private messages to people if we're talking about promoting it to come to the launch next week. I just sent, I think I put a copy of what I sent in our group, but just saying, I'm part of this book. There's 11 other authors. We're having the launch party. It'd be really great to see a familiar face in the audience because when you've got 100 people on a Zoom, everybody just sort of blurs to me. Like there's so many people there and I'm a little bit nervous to start talking to people. So when you can sort of lock eyes with somebody that you do know on the screen, it's much nicer. So I just let people know that it would be great to have someone I know on the screen. And I think I sent out quite a few, but I know because I can see who's logging in. There's at least 15 people that I sent private messages to that have signed up.
Yeah.
And there's nobody that has signed up from a post that I've done.
Yeah.
Bupkis.
Yeah, I definitely think the private post is fine, which is why even the invitation image is just a small one as well that you can put in Messenger or attach it to an email.
Yeah, Messenger or text message or WhatsApp or LinkedIn, like any of the private messaging platforms that you can use, it does work better. Just, do them a little, space them out a little bit because Facebook Messenger doesn't like you to copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Like they kick you out and they freeze your account for a little bit. So I find I can do about 15 to 20 private messages, a copy and paste slowly, and I'm good. And then I give it, 12 hours, 24 hours and do a few more. And people are most definitely more receptive in those platforms than just the post online.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that advice. I didn't realize they kick you out. I don't do a lot of copy paste, so it's just been with the authors. I've copy pasted some information when they didn't respond to the post in the group, and I thought they weren't getting notifications, so I put it into the Messenger folder to repeat it there. But now I will be aware of that as well for promoting the book. Thanks, Amy. The other thing is I approached people with influence and names. Elaine in our author group. I asked Elaine, thank you, Elaine, for would she and the Foundation of Colors be willing, for my color conference, they have a database now that they've started. Would she be willing to send out a notice that there is this book and let people on that database know? Because some of those people are not on Color Mirror's Facebook group or Facebook at all. They're not going to even know this book exists. So, and the email is another way to contact people that are not on social media. And I also asked Catherine Louise Jones, you would already received the newsletter. And I asked her to do a special newsletter to alert people that are signed up to the Color Mirrors new newsletter, teachers, practitioners, and so on, that the book is being launched. So if there's anybody else you can think of, please would you ask and get them to put it out there. Lisa, your hand is up.
Yes. So on the Zoom launch, will the people who signed up, if they have their camera on, will their images be visible? Or is it just going to be the people that are speaking?
What will happen is we will first welcome everybody, and then it will go to speaker view where whoever's speaking will be up on screen and everybody else kind of disappears. Yeah. But they don't have to put their cameras on.
Right. And then you'll automatically mute them, correct?
Well,
because the
yeah.
only reason why I'm asking is I have some people that are technologically challenged who've signed up, and I've tried to explain to them how Zoom works. So I know you can default as the person running the Zoom that people
Yeah.
are muted and then request for
Okay.
that individual to be okay. Perfect.
Okay. Amy's hosting us, so it's her Zoom. So Amy, more work, darling.
Sorry.
Yeah, just so, no, it's okay.
That's a good idea to do this. Yeah.
It's not a webinar. So like they don't show up and like we will be able to see their face if they have their camera on.
Right.
If somebody like right, I'm doing all this, which I'm not used to. So right now I can see all of you in gallery view on my computer. And so I don't see your face, Lisa, because you've got your icon up, right? Your video is off. But we can, in the admin side of things, I can mute everybody. So if they do come in and they haven't muted, then I can mute them for sure. Um, I'm just,
And when
I'm
we
just,
go to speaker view, you just got to make sure we're all in speaker view as we speak. In the beginning, everybody's together and we all say hello. And then when we start speaking, it's just going to be the speaker that pops up.
okay, good. We're gonna have to practice that because I've never done that before.
Oh yeah,
So
no, that I've done that. It's fairly simple. It's just as long as you and in your from your side click it on speaker view. That means everybody's going to see speaker view. Yeah.
oh, okay, all right,
And the recording will be speaker view.
okay.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Good information to have. Okay, publication on Kindle by Amy. We promised you as part of this book program that we take you right from the concept right through to holding your book in your hand every step of the way, how the publishing business, self-publishing business works. So part of that is obviously, putting this manuscript that is designed by Amy onto Kindle. And she does a fabulous 1-hour class for authors. She did it for the Pearl authors. And if you are interested to know how this works and you are thinking of publishing your own book on Kindle, possibly with Amy's help, because she's very good at this now, or a magazine maybe, or whatever you're up to, you might want to know what's involved. She's really, 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 really good. She gives you step by step. She tells you open this page, on that, there's your link. You see there's your link. And the first thing you click on is bookshelf. She tells you step by step what to do. She doesn't miss a step. And the next step is you create. So she takes you through a slide presentation that shows you exactly how it works and the work that's involved. And she's a lot of experience now, so she can tell you what can go wrong and how to avoid and some troubleshooting tips as well. If you are interested in this, you need to contact Amy and say, next year, when you're ready, please, I'd like to have a class on Kindle, publication on Kindle. And once she's got her names together and a date that works for all of you, boom, up, there you go. You're all Amy's.
It's riveting, ladies, riveting information, honestly. Going in the back end of Kindle, woo, it is so exciting.
One of those Game of Thrones behind the scenes kind of, what happens behind the scenes. Yeah. Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with this project.
Yeah.
Our project is already uploaded. If you have sights on perhaps writing your own book in the future and you want to get it up on Kindle, or if you've already got one in process and it just happens the timing is good, then I can show you how to get it up there. It's a bit daunting back there, but just know if you don't need my help or you don't want my help, just know that there's really nothing you can do back there to screw things up. You can always replace everything. You can go in and edit anything. So nothing is final. So you don't have to be afraid of hitting buttons and then, the world falls apart. It'll be totally fine. We can change it.
Me. And our Zoom meeting 2 days ago, I hit the wrong button and I panicked. Poor Amy had to calm me down. I hit the wrong button. I know that feeling. What is good about this presentation is you get to see the printer's language, because if you went to a printing company, Kindle uses the same language, so there's a terminology involved as well. So that I found that very interesting. Okay, thank you, Amy. I did the numerology for the 3 books on a recent, this is just a random extra slide I put in for, I had Lisa and Matt on a numerology program, and we were talking about the books because Lisa's in the dragon book and Matt would like to be in the angel book. So we did the numerology and pulled out, 11 pearls of wisdom and so on. We did it here, and I'm not going to go through all the colors and what they all mean. I just wanted to pick up there were 3 patterns because numbers give us patterns, and patterns give us the intention behind a project or a book or a name, a company name. You know how that works now. You've all studied that. So here are the 3 patterns I picked up. Can you see that each project ended in 654? So there's a number sequence there, like a countdown. Isn't that interesting? And 36 appears finally, which the gateway has always been for me, Melissa's bottle. 11, 12, and 13 authors makes 36. Now remember that I wanted 11, 11, 11, right, for each book, and it wasn't going to work that way. And I will talk a little bit about it at the launch. But it becomes 36, and it just ties in with the color mirror system, which is our intention of doing this project is to highlight certain parts of the system. Because we have, 3 sets, 1 to 36, 2 sets, 1 to 36. And if you add 11, 12, and 13 up, it comes to 9, which is the completion of a cycle or series. Because I'm only doing these 3, I'm not doing any more. The angel book is going to be the last opportunity to get into this series. Do you like that?
Yeah.
Can you see now,
I
dragons?
always love the number stuff. It always makes me excited to see things. The 36, that's interesting. 11 plus 12 plus 13 is 36 with our 36 bottles in the system. That's interesting because you did say a long time ago it's going to be 11, 11, 11. And then it just sort of worked out that we built up. And I would have thought that 11 pearls, 12 dragons, 13 angels, like the final number, I would have thought the 13 angels would have been the 6 and then sort of work back from there, the way the numbers kind of look.
Yeah.
But
No, but there's still a sequence, a countdown here, like we're getting closer to source, which is the 1,
yeah.
It's just that
Neat.
there is definitely a pattern there.
And I like that all those numbers added up to 9, which is the completion of a cycle, which is great because as much as we love the pearls and the dragons and the angels, there's some heavy energy that goes on in these bottles and having these conversations and people putting out these stories. And so, I mean, I love doing it, but I'm also glad this is the completion of it all because it's heavy stuff.
No, there has been some, but I mean, that's why we're doing this project is to heal us,
Yeah.
add another layer of transformation to our own, to us as healers and seekers of higher energy. So
Yeah.
the pearls are great because there was just this heart energy that it starts off at this chakra and then the pink other heart love energy. I love the dragons, which has the shock and forgiveness and healing and loving things. As at the yellow one sun, which is just that burst of fire energy, which represents the dragons, breathing fire. And then I love that it comes to this balance, the green balance, that it just says that you get to a place of calmness in your heart. Again, heart energy. I just love that. And then in the 13 angels that are coming up, 36 obviously just blew my mind. It was just like, yes, this is it. But I love that we've got the reds and then the violets. So heaven and earth bottle number 12, which is the heaven and earth bottle. Kind of sitting here that, angels got earth angels, but they also, Elohim, heavenly angels. Just love that. And then that G12, that one was just like, boof, there we go. This is, I am this. I am an angel on the planet. I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any
I
questions?
have a feeling that we're gonna fill all the angel spots very quickly because people seem to really resonate with the angels. I mean, it takes some sort of girl or person to be with the dragons and the pearls, but the angels are just seem to go everywhere. So
Yeah.
I think it's gonna fill up quickly. I would bet that we fill it at the launch or before.
Yeah. Well, we've already got 6 people interested in the angel book, so we're almost halfway already. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not even, this is 2 years project. We haven't even finished this 2-year project. So yeah.
That's not going to take 2 years, Moira. Come on. White lightning over here. It'll be done fast.
27. The final book in the series is The 13 Angels of Wisdom. So the 3 books, just to give you an overall view of what I've been working with, which is the kind of, I can't just look at one individual book. I have to look at the books as a whole collective unit. And so I just wanted to explain some of how this works. So the Pearl book represented the yellow ray because it's the rose gold. The Dragon book is representing the blue ray because it has the platinum theme. And the magenta is going to represent the red ray. And each one obviously has the different inspiring stories of. And the angel book is going to be love, enlightenment, and grace. The introduction topic to the Pearl book is that it's about color mirror system and the founder. The introduction topic for the Dragon book is going to be about the value of becoming an author and why be part of a color mirrors book project. And the introduction topic in the 3rd book is going to be about the people in color mirrors. It's going to be about who we are, why we love color, what we do. So that's going to be part of it. So anybody who doesn't know anything about color mirrors can pick up any one of these 3 books. If they read the introduction, they'll get a tidbit of who we are, why we write and work for color mirrors, and why we work with color mirrors in our businesses or in our art or whatever we do with it. Is that explain it?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you do color or represent color mirrors, you need to do in a balance. You want to do the 3 primary colors and represent to have that balance. And you could see with the 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, that were the numerology, there's balance there. So yeah, everything has to, for me, OCD, I have to balance.
I just have to say, I love the cover of the angels. That is gorgeous. You guys did a great job there.
That is Amy. I said to Amy, Amy, can you for the launch make me a picture, just a mock-up of what the book's going to look like? She says, what do you want? I said, well, it's magenta and it's an angel. I don't want any figures in it. I don't want to make a male female kind of thing. I just want this thing. And I showed her a little image of what I found, and she just went with it and came up with that amazing image. And we've decided that is the cover. So we are 2 years ahead here. You don't want to know how long we took to get the dragon cover. Yeah.
Great job. Amazing amethyst, Amy.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you.
Well, I just want to do a very quick, for those that haven't been able to open up their PDF, to just have a quick look at the program so that you maybe don't have to look at it again, but I'll send it to you and you can download and you can print it. And that is to have a look at, let me just share it with you very briefly. It's 2 pages, the launch planning program. Yeah, it's not letting me do too much. Can you see it?
Yep.
Just as an interesting tidbit, when we launched the pearls, it came to a 15.6. When we're launching the dragons, it comes to a 15.6. And of course, the pearl book was 15.6 as well. So there was just, again, number things there. Remember to have your wine mugs, have your book ready to show. And I'll put a note there for me, remember, Amy, for you, remember to record the event. Welcome address. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome address. I'm going to keep it to a minute. That's all I'm going to say, just to welcome the family, friends. Amy, you're going to read out the dedication to Jennifer. It's about a minute, and we will acknowledge if Steve and the boys and Tom, and if Tom arrives, make sure if they're there, we just say, we're so glad you're here. The reason Jennifer's, the book's dedicated to her, she wanted to be in the dragon book. She loved the white dragon. That was her first love of the color mirrors. Her favorite bottle was the white dragon, but she couldn't be in the book. She passed away. I will read a short extract from the introduction of the book, followed by asking the authors and anybody else who has a bottle spritzer to spritz. I'd like you to spritz your dragon, and we're going to send it into a collective minute. Because with the Pearl book, we had a meditation. With this book, I want a minute silence for our beautiful co-authors and friends. Then you are each going to start, Lisa, and as soon as you finished your 3 minutes, then we will say, okay, let's draw a prize. And then we're going to do Pippa 3 minutes, Irene 3 minutes, Amy 3 minutes, Lucy, you've also got 3 minutes, Rachel, Elaine, and then Yunglim. Yunglim, I just need to know what prize, if she wants to offer a book to somebody. Don't panic about posting it from Korea. I can post it on your behalf, Yunglim. So, if that's what you want to offer. Michael, Janice, I haven't heard yet from you what prize you want to offer, but you did say you want to read from the chapter. And then Victoria's sister's going to speak. It's been confirmed now. It was confirmed yesterday. And for Lisa, Barry, Florence, or everyone calls her Flo by the sounds of things. And I will post a book on Victoria and Lisa's behalf. I've put them last. I've changed the order slightly here because in the book, obviously, Janice is right in between Victoria and Lisa. Imagine that, Janice, you're writing about grief and you've got the two bookends of the two people that passed. Incredible. But I'm going to just change the order slightly so we can just shift energy from the authors to the family. And then I'll thank very briefly the designers, editors, photographers. Amy will say something about the design of this book and whatever she wants. And Deborah will say something about being an editor and whatever she wants for 2 minutes. Closing will be the person who wrote the first words, which is Rachel Elnor. Then we'll do the toast, raise a glass, and then I will reveal the next book if they and come up with showing them the image if they want to be a part of it, and I will flash it on screen. And then we'll ask the audience if they got questions for the authors, if there's anything they want to ask, and we'll just, give them as long as they want, really. Okay, so there is the schedule, there's the plan. I would have loved to have just been spontaneous with this and just wish-wash all over the place, but we'll put people to sleep. People's attention spans are so much shorter these days, and we don't want to put them to sleep. We want to keep them engaged and give them short bursts of information.
Yeah. I think what's going to be very interesting for us authors is to be able to see a copy of the book so we have an idea of what the other authors have written. I have not a single idea. I've got really good friends who've done this, but I don't know what they're
No,
we did that on purpose, Lucy.
It means that it gives me then much more of an idea of how I can actually sort of talk about my chapter because it's in context.
Yes.
With these other amazing stories that I just don't know what they are yet.
Yeah. Now we do that on purpose because we want you to focus on you and how special you are, and not do this comparing myself to other authors' photographs and stories. And we wanted you to just uniquely be you, so we held you in that little bubble. But now that it's there, woof, you're gonna see. I'll do a quick flip for you. You feel the energy coming off here?
I see a bunch of dragons just flying off the pages. I have a quick question. And thank you, Moira, for in the post referencing adult content. Is that going to be referenced in the book before those particular?
No, I wouldn't.
No.
I've said it once. If they miss the post, tough luck. Let them read it. What it is.
People who are buying the book would know.
It's not. I mean, it's not children. It's a healing book. It's not for children. We market it as a child's book. So
right.
We don't put it in place. In children's clinics. We put this in place for where adults are. I can tell you that every time I read Victoria's story, I cry. I miss my child like you can't believe. I've known her since I came to Canada. She's one of the first people I met. She designed the logo for me, the O, which Amy then tweaked later on, but she was the original concept designer for that. And I was the first person she told that she had a lump in her breast and asked me what she should do. And she ended up doing her own thing. And then she was determined to get married and have a baby. And it's in her story. You'll read it. And Lisa, oh my God. every time I sat down and I was working on a chapter and I'm tweaking things and I saw the egg being chopped off, I'm talking to her, I'm saying, Lisa, your egg is chopped off. And you feel that tingling as she settles the energy through my body, that like a spiritual rain going through your body, and she's there and she's listening. And then I didn't hear from Flo for a while, so I said, come on, we got to get Flo in here. We want to hear from the family. It's no use us reading. Janice very kindly offered to read as well. Yeah, come on. I'm putting you on the case. The next day there was a message from Flo saying I'm in. It's just been amazing having them there. Jennifer's been a bit quiet. I haven't felt her as much, but I gather she's working in the background for this book as well because she just had a love of the dragons. But yeah, anyway, I hope to keep myself together when we do our launch.
Yes, that's what we will need to do, definitely.
Deep breath in. Oh, one other note to the authors, please. In your screen now, your face is just very dark. So please put a light or something in front so that we can see you. I'm just going to flip the camera around. I have a little studio light up there, just shining some light onto me and onto my desk. So that I know I appear a little bit dark in here. I have to work with a light because it's new lenses that block some light. But try and have a light in front of you so people can see your faces. And so when you are holding up your book, they can see it clearly as well. Okay. So that was just something I wanted to mention about lighting because, people want to see the authors. Thank you so much for being here, Lisa. Thank you so much, Lucy. Amy, just thank you so much again. Your hard work is just incredible. I cannot do this without you, and Deborah doing the story evolution and editing. I can't do it without you. I'm ADD. I don't know grammar. So I appreciate you.
Moira, thank you for all your hard work too. And of course, Amy and Deborah, but I just want to acknowledge you for holding the energy in the space to bring this to fruition. So thank you.
This happens when you love Melissa and Calamaris for 25 years.
You're part of that group too. Love you. And I know you put a lot of work behind the scenes into this. So I just want to acknowledge you for that as well. And we know Amy's amazing and we know amazing too. So, but just to acknowledge you as well.
Thank you, my darling. I'm so glad you were in the book. And Lucy, you too, your story is sublime. Every time I read it, I'm like, I can't believe nobody helped her. Every time I read it, I go, I can't believe nobody helped her. What's the matter with people? You get me so emotional and dramatic. I call Coral, right? You get dramatic in it. You evoke emotion. So loved it. Absolutely loved it. People are going to love reading your chapter. It was done so well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything that you've all done. Thank you.
Love you all. I'm going to see you at the launch. Any questions, please message me. This is go time. This is show time. We want to get it right. We want to make sure you're calm and you're together. And we give the guests that are coming. How many have we got so far, Amy?
I think it's at 65 so far out of 100.
That's more than we had at the Pearls.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I hope you can handle that because I'm just gonna take a deep breath and spray myself stupid with Metatron, which is always next to my computer. But I will see you all, and I will later today or early tomorrow. I will be in contact with a couple of things: the link to get the book and your promotional materials. Love you all.